Good morning, everyone. Today for breakfast, I'm having some mandarin slices. I'm also a coffee drinker, so I need my daily hit of caffeine. I'm using some instant coffee because unfortunately I've run out of all other types of coffee at home. This brand is called Taster's Choice. It's not revolutionary or anything, but it definitely does the trick. I'm adding in some hot water here. I'm using 2% milk as a creamer. For some sweetness, I'm going to be using this International Delight caramel flavor. It turned out to be quite good, better than I expected. I got hungry a couple hours later, so we're going to be making some almond butter and banana toast. The almond butter is from Costco and I'm spreading it on some rye bread. This was actually very filling and very yummy. For dinner tonight, we're going to have some chicken salad sandwiches. I've already boiled some chicken breast and now I'm just shredding it in the bowl. I love the chicken salad from Costco. If you guys have never tried it, I highly, highly recommend it. It is so good. So I always try to mimic that taste whenever I'm making chicken salad. I'm going to be dicing up some celery and then some onion here. The amount you use is really your own personal preference and of course how much chicken you have. That's basically the main ingredients of the chicken salad. It's such an easy recipe and it's so tasty. Once everything is mixed, we're going to add some mayonnaise or a lot of mayonnaise, depending on how creamy you like your chicken salad. You also want to add some salt and pepper to taste. We're going to mix everything up again. It may not be the healthiest just because of the mayonnaise, but it is what it is, right? Now I'm just putting it in the fridge and leaving it there until we're ready to eat. This was really good, you guys. I'm having a sandwich with Simply Peach. Lately, I've been loving all the flavors of the Simply juices. Is it just me or does ramen taste so much better after midnight? I stayed up until 2 in the morning to watch mukbangs and I had such an intense craving for ramen. I couldn't fall asleep without eating it. After last night's ramen, I wasn't hungry in the morning whatsoever, so I'm just going to have some coffee for breakfast. I'm having some ice cream as a snack. This is from President's Choice Rocky Road. To be honest, it wasn't that great, and the popsicle is actually very tiny. So I guess it can be good if you're on a diet, but I didn't find it to be too satisfying. It's dinner time. I'm going to be making some roasted carrots, sweet and spicy glazed chicken thighs, and some rice. I'm just preparing my carrots now and I'll fast forward this part. Once the carrots are sliced, we're going to lay them on a pan, lining it with aluminum foil for easy cleanup later. I just drizzle some olive oil and I'm rubbing it into the carrots now. Actually, I put a little bit too much oil this time. We're going to add some salt and then we're going to add some pepper to taste. You can also add other spices right now if you like as well. Once that's all done, we're going to pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes. I'm preparing the seasoning for the chicken thighs. All the measurements are shown on the screen if you want to stop it and take them down. We're going to need some brown sugar, some garlic powder, some paprika, some salt, and finally some freshly cracked pepper. Just checking up on the carrots and they're looking really good. I've already prepared the chicken thighs and I've sprinkled the seasonings on them. Medium-high heat, we're going to heat up our pan with some oil and some garlic. I put in the chicken thighs. They should take about 5 to 7 minutes on each side. It does depend on how big your thighs are, how thick they are, and how many you have in a pan. I crowded my pan a little bit, so it did take longer to cook, but you can always check the internal temperature with a thermometer to make sure that it's fully cooked through. Just putting together everything now. We have the rice, I'm adding some carrots, and then finally the chicken thighs. This was a really good meal, very easy to make, and I highly recommend it. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. This is the start of my work week. And as you can tell, yes, it is a robe day. Lucky for me, my work doesn't have any video calls, so I could pretty much wear whatever I want. This is a really busy work week for me, and I couldn't be bothered with dressing up. To be honest with you, I'm having my coffee as usual, and today I'm also eating a banana. Is it just me, or do bananas go really well with coffee? Does anyone else like that combination? Leave it in the comments down below. For lunch, I'm having some tandoori chicken with rice. This was sent over to us by my mother-in-law, and it's really, really delicious. Around 3 p.m., I got a little hungry, so I made myself a snack. This is a yogurt parfait with blackberries, Greek yogurt, and granola. This was really good, and it's just what I needed to finish off my work for the day. For dinner tonight, I'm not going to be cooking since I still have the leftover chicken thighs from last night as well as the rice. I'm just going to be cutting up some lettuce here to make a side. I actually really like lettuce by itself, so I won't be adding any dressing in. On top of that, the chicken has a lot of flavor, so even if you don't put anything on the lettuce, it doesn't taste plain at all, and I think it's a really nice balance between all the flavors. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. I'm going to be having the TikTok or Dalgona coffee. I'm using 1 tablespoon instant coffee and 1 tablespoon hot water. I have a hand mixer, so I'm using that to mix it up, and you should have something that looks like this. Add in a lot of milk, and there you have it. At this time, I also realized that I forgot to add in the sugar earlier, which is why it looked so dark. This is a really good coffee, but I'm not sure if it was worth all the hype though. Okay, I have some chicken from my mother-in-law, and I also have some leftover rice from my mother-in-law. So we're going to have that for lunch, and as a side, I'm going to use the rest of my lettuce from yesterday. It's always nice when you have leftovers for lunch. Okay, bon appetit! When your fiance comes home and tempts you with the junk food, I really try to resist his Popeyes, but not going to lie, I had one fry. Just kidding, I had a few fries. For dinner tonight, I'll be making a creamy vegetarian pasta with broccoli as a side. It was just one of those days where I didn't want to handle meat at all, so this was a great alternative. I'm just preparing the broccoli the same way I did with the carrots. After cutting them up, they're going to the oven for 25 minutes at 450 degrees. So now we're adding some pepper, some salt, and some garlic powder. So while the broccoli is cooking, we're gonna make our pasta sauce. It's really easy. I'm going to use 2 peppers, 2 onions, and a few garlic. I wanna say like 3 cloves of garlic. I'm drizzling some olive oil into the pan. We're going to heat up our garlic for just a little bit, and then we'll be adding in the onions, and we're going to cook that for a couple of minutes. I've added some oregano, rosemary, basil, parsley, salt, and pepper. Now we can add in our peppers, and then we'll stir it around for a few minutes until it looks something like this. I'm using the sweet basil marinara sauce. I used the entire bottle, but I did find it was a bit too saucy, so I could have done with, I would say, 3/4 of the bottle. After letting the sauce simmer, we're going to be adding in our whipping cream now for the creaminess. I didn't measure it. I added around half of the bottle. I just eyeballed it. Now we're going to let the sauce simmer again, and basically at this point we're done. I'm just letting it get very bubbly and letting it reduce to the consistency that I'm looking for. I'm putting everything together now. I usually don't eat broccoli with my pasta, but it was just a vegetable I had left over. It went really well with it, and the pasta was delicious. Okay, babe, dinner's ready. It's nighttime right now. I'm in the mood for something sweet, so I'll be making some chocolate covered strawberries. Yes, I did do the TikTok trick with these strawberries, and no, I didn't find any bugs. I'm going to be using semi-sweet chocolate chips. You could use whatever your preference is, and I'm going to be using about this much. We'll be putting that into the microwave for 30 seconds. Now I'm just drying the strawberries. It's really important to have dry strawberries so your chocolate adheres to them. Once you've taken out the chocolate chips, you want to give it a good stir so everything is fairly evenly melted. Then we're going to pop this back into the microwave for another 30 seconds. After taking out the chocolate chips, it should look something like this. And now we can do the fun part, which is to cover the strawberries, of course. After you're done covering the strawberries, we're going to leave them at room temperature for 5 minutes and then pop them into the fridge for 15 minutes. And then there you have it, beautiful, delicious strawberries, so much better than the ones you can buy. Happy hump day, everyone. Another morning, another coffee. You know the routine by now. For lunch, I'm having the pasta from last night. It is still really, really good. Yes, I know I've been wearing this robe for pretty much every day of this week. Please don't judge me. It's been such a crazy week at work and I just can't be bothered. I stay 2 extra hours after work to catch up on everything, so I am going to treat myself and I am obsessed with these drumsticks. My favorite by far are the ones with the caramel centers.
If I could tell you, I would. Honestly, no secrets between us. No, it's just honesty. Even if it hurts, even if it's just for today. Just here for good fun. It's over before.
This is our usual order. So we have 2 things of hot sauce. It's really, really spicy if you've never been to Halal Guys, so I recommend you getting it on the side rather than them putting it on your actual order. So we have a wrap, chicken and beef wrap. I'll show you that in a minute. And we have a combo platter here. So they're really famous for their white sauce and we always get extra white sauce. And what you have here is the pita bread, salad, and we have chicken and beef. And then
I think it's chicken and gyro.
Sorry, chicken and gyro, and we have rice here. It's so good. Here's the wrap from the inside. For my coffee this morning, we're going to be using the Old Town 3-in-1 white coffee. I believe it's from Malaysia. It's really good. It's very creamy. Even though it's an instant coffee, it doesn't have that classic instant coffee taste. So for those of you who hate it, I will highly recommend this brand. Okay, so it's 11:40 right now. I'm having a late lunch since I've been pretty busy with work this morning. My fiance made this for me. It's a spring onion pancake with it's a spring onion pancake with an egg on top. Basically, you can get these pancakes at most Asian grocery markets. They're really delicious. You just put an egg on top, or you can also put an egg with cheese, whatever you like. It is really good. I highly recommend it. It's dinner time. Okay, we have the sweet potatoes baking in the oven. And on the stove top, we have some chicken. Woo. Oh, fogging up. So this is tandoori chicken. These are chicken thighs. And what spices did you put in, babe?
Tandoori.
So it's like a tandoori spice mix, right?
Yeah, plus like garlic, turmeric. This time I put some lemon juice in it as well to marinate
nice.
for half hour.
Switch it up.
Yeah.
Marinate it for half an hour, and then you just cook it on the stove top.
Yeah.
We're at medium high. And how long is this gonna cook for?
Like half an hour, I'd say.
Okay, sounds good. This man ate all of the halal guys left over. I was so looking forward to it. What do you have to say for yourself?
You know, there was only like a couple bites left, right?
There was one more for my lunch. Okay.
What was it?
And okay, can you guys please tell me if this is where one should put their spatula? Babe, like all of the juice is dripping down.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it'll stop.
What is this? Okay, and that's dinner.
Left the lid open for a little bit.
And it just evaporated?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
No! Dinner was delicious, but it was a bit heavy, so I wanted something light for a snack. We finally got some mangoes from the grocery store. I love mangoes. I love mango ice cream, mango juices, mango smoothies, mango bubble teas, etc., etc. Happy Friday, everyone. I can't believe it's finally Friday. This has been the longest work week of my life. I'm going to be making some iced coffee. I'm using the Old Town coffee, just adding a little bit of hot water so that the powder dissolves. Then we're going to be adding all of the ice here. This turned out really well. It's 11:25 right now, and I'm feeling in the mood for pancake again. So this is what the pancake looks like. If you've never seen it, it's really good. You can find this at most Asian grocery stores. And I'm in the mood for a late breakfast again. So let's make that. It looks really funky right now. I did not think through the eggs, but I guarantee it's still going to taste really delicious. For dinner tonight, we're going to be having some fish tacos with sweet potato fries. We have frozen fish fillets and frozen sweet potatoes, so those are already in the oven. I'm making the coleslaw for the tacos now. I'm cutting up some cabbage. Neither of us wanted to cook tonight, so this seemed like a good solution between making something from scratch versus going out. I just squeezed some lemon juice on the cabbage. And now we're going to be adding some sour cream. This is low-fat sour cream. And now I've added some salt, some pepper, and we're going to mix it all up. I'm adding some more sour cream. It all depends on how creamy you want your coleslaw, of course. Give that a little taste, and if you find that it's not salty enough, you add a little more salt, and now you just put it into the fridge. But I forgot to chop the onion, so I went back and I got that. I'm gonna put everything into our container, give it a final mix, and then we leave it into the fridge until we're ready to eat it. Okay, everything is out of the oven. We got fish here, some fries here, some sweet potatoes. Unfortunately, it burned, so we're baking more now. And I have the coleslaw and the taco shell. All right, bon appetit. We went on an ice cream run after dinner. This is a Chapman's cone ice cream. It's okay, to be honest. I prefer drumsticks a lot more. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It's been a really realistic look at what I eat in a week. I try to make as many meals at home as possible and not go out to eat. I also don't restrict myself from snacking once in a while. At the end of the day, I believe it's all about balance. Anyway, if you liked watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye!